Alright, so here is Tell Me Pastor Recorder, and it's a doozy one. This talks about infidelity and this. And let's delve into it. This woman says that she caught her husband in bed with a side piece. That's how I'm going to phrase it. Dear Pastor, I'm 30 years old. I work in government service. I'm married and my husband's living in the U.S. We've been married for 2 years. Since we've been together, ever since every other man, I can swear that I have never cheated. My husband told me that before he met me, he was in a relationship. In fact, he was engaged to a woman, but he cheated on her. And that was a red flag right there about how about this guy she's about to get into a relationship with. Bear in mind, let's continue. That broke her heart. She took off so much weight and she was all skin and bones. So he said he'd never do that to another woman. Well, we know how truthful he was with that statement. Well, Pastor, I believe him. Last year he said he'd come here to be with me for Christmas, stay until the second week of January. I was looking forward to seeing him. Then I got a call from him saying that his mother was not well and his sister was not in US. So I had to stay with his mother. Well, that's the story that he told her, of course. Unknown to him, I planned to surprise him with a visit. My boss gave me a week off because she wanted to be the husband, and then she'd then find out the truth, of course. When I got to US, a girlfriend picked me up and took me to her place. And I called my husband and chatted with him. He thought I was in Jamaica. He said I was home, so after a while, my girlfriend took me to his place and drove away. And then, yeah, basically, this plays out like a R&B, the scene from R&B video when a woman catches her husband doing living a double life. I opened the door and went shocked. He was basically with a side piece. So yeah, that part about him showing him saying that he'd never cheat on another woman, that proved to be a complete lie. All right. All right, and then he did some what's the word, nigger splaining, which obviously I hope she did not buy. All right. All right, so basically said that no, after finding out that the husband hasn't changed his ways, I bought a ticket and went to Washington State with my friends. This man told me he was a cheater. Well, your own husband told you what he was, but you went ahead. All right, all right. I'm basically saying that that one of our associates basically said that yeah, this guy told you what he was, but you still married him. When I got to Jamaica, my box asked me, blah blah blah. Okay, all right, and the guy is basically still trying to get back into her good graces. Good graces. Instead of saying divorce, this guy said that, oh, I want to get even this guy. Instead of just divorcing him, cause basically you're just going to be going down to his level. Not sure what that proves, but whatever. So overall, is basically I feel for this woman. I mean, I can't feel too bad, however, because this guy already told you what he was, and that should have been a red flag right there. Cause yeah, people can change, I guess, but if the guy's answer telling, hey, that he basically stepped out in his last partner, and then because of a mental breakdown, you didn't use discernment and said, okay, isn't there a possibility this guy might do the same thing to me? But then again, she took a chance, and this is what she got. Only thing I think I can fault her for is that she knew what she was getting into, and she should have said, okay, she should have used discernment at this point. So yeah, I know people say, okay, people can change. Maybe he's just being honest with her, but then again, that's a 50-50 chance. No, the thing where she's messing up now is say, oh, I'm not going to divorce this guy. I'm going to stay in this unhappy marriage and do the same thing to him. Not sure what that's going to prove. You're just going to be bringing other people into your mix-up. Then to those that she just said, okay, I made him. This is trial and error, and after this trial and this error I made, let's just find a new husband. That's best thing she can do at this point is just to divorce this guy and then go about her business, because she can easily find another guy that's better. That's what my conjecture is. So that's all I have to say though. Like, I don't know what category I'm put in, but basically this is, I do feel for this woman in a sense, but the thing is, like, she knew what she was getting into, and she doesn't need to just chalk it up to experience and just move on. That's what my conjecture is. So this is for State of Jamaican Caribbean. Check out my other YouTube pages, Miles Gussenfern and Miles J Productions, and Real Thoughts of Miles. Sorry. All right.